Let's hear from the coach. This is Behind the Beard with Bobby Smirniotis, Forge FC head coach and sporting director. Now, the woman who takes us there, here's Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
I feel out of routine. We're doing this at 5 p.m. We're doing it in caretakers. I don't really know how to act right now.
Some nice lighting.
Yeah, this is good. You were just saying you don't have any team photos, and now you look around.
Looks good back here.
Got a couple good shots.
Some trophies, some ribbons.
No contract, but he's still here.
We found the trophy.
Did you lose it?
Well, the day after, you're usually thinking to
True,
yourself,
you're like, where is
after the
that?
party in the club upstairs, where is it?
That is so funny. But here we are.
So I went with, either somebody was very responsible with it or Becker took it home.
And then it just...
So I asked Becker if his son is eating his breakfast out of the trophy. And 1 minute later, I got a picture of Benny Becker sitting in the trophy.
No way.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I am not.
Oh, I got to find that photo and include it. That's amazing. He would definitely fit.
Yes.
This thing's heavy, by the way.
Very.
Holy crap.
Very.
Because we were saying, okay, it's a cup. You can drink out of it easier.
It's not, no.
Can we talk about how it's like 50 pounds?
Yeah, not sure how much, but not the easiest to drink out of either.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not that I don't know. I don't know.
We'll take trophies. We're never going to complain.
Right, this is not what that's for.
Oh, you didn't have any?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
Of course not. Unprofessional. All right, Bobby, this is kind of fun. Let's get into it. In listening to the post-match presser after the championship, I thought it was interesting to hear you talk about how you'll look back at the team's success because you said it's not just about looking at this game in particular, but the success you've had over the course of 5 years. So, with that being said, can you talk a little bit about how you've seen this club evolve over 5 years and what this 2023 season kind of taught you about this team?
Yeah, every year gives me something different to think about. I look back at 2022, and I know I'm regressing here a little bit. But in 2022, we've come off of an excellent 2021 where we've done everything in all competitions and with no trophy. And I thought to myself at some point, it's easy for the players just at some point to just say, you know what, we'll take a break a little bit. And then you've done it again in 2022. Yeah. And season finishes, you go a few days, and you think to yourself, we've got this excellent group with us. Football will not be the problem. It will be just keeping them sharp, keeping them motivated to keep on going and doing something that they've done, something that they may think is just normal. And of course, that's always a challenge for everyone, coaches, players, and everyone involved. And then to finish the way we've done on Saturday, it's absolutely brilliant because these guys have shown what they have, their ability to come up big, to be big in big games, and to understand the importance of playing for this club. And the importance of playing for this club is to become a better player, to make sure this community, this city is more energized in the game. And of course, for these 4 beautiful trophies we see behind us.
To hang out with us on the podcast.
Yes.
I feel like I'm like, this is an interesting behind the beard setup. It's a little bit inconvenient, but great. Okay. Also, you mentioned, of course, how the game unfolded, but you won't watch the game back. Is that something that you just have with a final? You don't need to go back and watch? It's not,
to be honest, it's not something I'm particular with, or I don't do it. I just haven't done it. I can tell you one thing. I've seen Borges' goal
a couple times.
I mean, you can't avoid it.
No, it's everywhere.
But it's and Benny's goal. I mean, they're special goals to see in a final, and it's just fantastic. The reaction of the players,
gosh. Unreal.
The supporters, all of that. Somebody sent me a video of my reaction, and it's quite typical. A little bit of yes, and then, all right, we've still got 6 minutes to go because, you can celebrate all you want in a match, but the only thing that matters is the final whistle. That's the only moment to celebrate because of the rest of the time, you've got to be ready for the next part of the battle, and only when it's done are you really going to celebrate. And that's the mentality that I have, and it's the mentality that I try and bring to the team. And I think that's what we showed in that extra time, that they scored, but you know what? There's still 20 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
That's enough time if you want to score goals. It's the mentality of not getting too high and not getting too low.
That's a classic. Okay, I do want to reminisce on those goals a little bit, though, because in our conversation we had last week, we talked about how these matchups between you and Cavalry are often defined by margins and fleeting moments. And judging by how this game unfolded, I think it's pretty safe to say we were on par with that prediction. But yeah, what did you make of those moments of individual brilliance in overtime?
Yeah, it's you put Benny into that situation 9 times out of 10, the ball's on the frame and it's going in. It's not something that he hit and it's a great shot. It's a 1 in a million.
He did say that he's been practicing that.
If you know Benny, that's a shot he has in his pocket.
Yeah.
Right. Does it have to be very precise in that moment? Yes, but like I said, 9 times out of 10, it's going on frame and it's going into that back post. He's shown that in his career. He shows that in training here, and so on. And then you look at Borges' goal, and the idea is to put the ball on the net. The idea is to try and score. Can you do that 9 times out of 10? No, but that's the idea of what we're doing. We had 3 set movements that we worked on getting out and playing short with the ball, and then the rest of the service was to try and score a goal. Now, could somebody get a redirect on that? Could we put pressure on them? And looking into that back post and just reading the movements of them and their goalkeeper. 2 excellent goals, 2 things guys have in their pocket, and it's not the first time Borges has done it.
No. And did you see the comparison between that one and the Halifax
It was sent to
one?
me, yes.
Or was it Halifax?
It was Halifax in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a Celine Dion version.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, that one's funny. The bar was like, yeah, hear that. Yeah, that was. I don't need to. Okay.
Can you sing that whole song?
Actually, let me go back and do that. No, there's plenty of versions on social media that we could watch. But looking at that first Cavalry goal, a couple of the guys talked about it with KJ in the locker room interviews afterwards, and it sounded weird, but they said, in a lot of ways, they actually needed that because they felt like they were immediately taking more risks, looking for more scoring opportunities. Can you see that as well? Did you see that momentum shift?
As crazy as it sounds, we knew we were going to score a goal. We're playing to score a goal, but we just wanted to make sure we didn't give him those opportunities, and it's part of the mentality of the team. You saw that the goal has gone in. The team just turned around, went straight to midfield. There was a lot of positive energy amongst the group, and also us, the coaching staff. In that situation, it's easy to sit there and be upset and have all these things. But that's what the game of football is. That's what sports is. Teams are out there to score goals. They're trying to score more than you. So if the opponent scores one, it's just about what do you have to do next? You have to do something. Do you have to change something? Do you leave it as is and so on? And when you show that mentality as a team, then I think it gives you the ability to come back in these types of games. And we've done it. Yeah,
well, even like looking at when that goal happened, there was not even in the slightest a sense of defeat or hopelessness. It was just like, all right.
Yeah, it's why you can't waste time.
Yeah.
The same, when you score a goal, you over-celebrate, you waste time. You get scored on and you ponder it and you think you're wasting time. It's about what's next, and at the end of the game, you can figure out the rest. It's like what I say sometimes to our strikers: put the ball in the net and then think about what maybe you could have done or so on.
Yeah.
Just the ball goes in and then we can talk about it. Type of idea, and it's the same thing. An opponent scored and there's time on the clock. You're playing this game to score a goal. That's what you've come out to start. So you got to do it, and we talk about that because in training we play inter-squad games and we do all these things, and the competitive spirit, and the guys are always scoring. So there's no different in a game here. The only difference is 14,000 in the stands, and what an atmosphere. What an atmosphere.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Can we talk about that for a second? Because you walked in and, all the Forge fans kind of made this tunnel for you guys. They've got orange smoke, fog everywhere. So what was going through your head when you came into the stadium?
Yeah, it's great. It just shows the support of our fans. It shows the support of this city. And I know it's a big game, but they're out here and they make a big difference. If you look at a game like this, they make a massive difference because they're behind us throughout the whole game and behind us there. And, when the final whistle goes, you're not only happy, me as a coach, for the organization and really for the players. They're the ones that day in and day out come here, work hard and do things. But then on the final whistle, I turn around and I look at the west side stands, which
Oh my gosh.
usually there's no one there, and then I'm like, yeah, this is something special today.
Yeah, and
And I think that's where my reaction comes from after the game.
True. There's a couple iconic photos from that one, I'm not going to lie. We'll rewind for a second because we were talking about Benny, and I really want to emphasize his role on the team this season because he comes in halfway through. It's kind of a tough position to start, but he just completely buys in, and I think we could see what kind of impact that he had, not only on the field but off. And he came into one interview actually dancing. So he just brings a different kind of light / energy, if you will.
Yeah, there's two things to Benny. It's one is his quality on the field is excellent, and I think that allowed him to really come into this squad, a team that likes to play a lot of football and do things away, and it makes it an easy transition. And then you take the second part to that, and you look at Benny the person and his personality.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It's fantastic. He's fantastic with anybody in the team and anyone from the first day until these last days that we're here together to end off this season. And I think, it's one thing to bring quality to the pitch, but it's important when you're in a team of 30-some people between staff and players, that we've got the right personalities in the dressing room that makes every day enjoyable, and he's one of those guys.
Yeah. There's one other thing that I wanted to show you before we wrap up. We got a photo together. I don't think I showed you.
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Do you not remember that? We took the picture?
I took a lot of photos that night.
That's peak comedy right there. Come on.
That means we need to get a photo today.
Yeah, I was going to say, come on. Like, behind the beard
Do we have a
co-host.
photo? This one here. There
We'll
we
pop
go.
it up. There we go.
You need a better one than that.
I was going to say, it's considering this is the only picture I have
People may
with
think you're a
you.
little.
Okay, Bobby, we'll check back in with another week of Behind the Beard soon.
Sounds good. Are we still going to do this?
We're going to do it. Oh, what? Was that like oh my gosh, are we still going to do this? Or was it?
Yes. Hey, look who joined us.
Come on in. Come on in. You've been the reoccurring guest. It's only fair. Please.
Oh, he's only allowed in the cuts.
Oh, right. Yeah, we'll do it every so often. We'll do
Sounds
a couple
good.
check-ins. Maybe not every week.
Looking forward
but
to it.
I'll continue to show up at your office when you're not there. I did that today
That happens.
at 12:30.
Occasionally.
It's okay. It happens. Okay, thanks, Bobby, and have a great time today.
Sounds good. We're looking forward to it.
This has been Behind the Beard with Mackenzie Barwell and Bobby Smirniotis. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.
This is funny because I know you came from Kyle's podcast and it was a little bit more laid back, but
That's quite different.
Yeah, how was that experience? Just briefly.
Language.
Language. It's like,
A
whoa,
little bit different.
I like to keep it PG here on Behind the Beard, okay? This is the part where you come in and you're like, Mackenzie, where are we? Like, let's rewind, let's come back.
See, you didn't give me the script before.
I know.
Sometimes you give me the script before, and I would have been perfect right here. I would have
Yeah,
said, Mackenzie,
you would have
on topic.
you would have known.
Here
You
we
would
are,
have known.
math.
We're not in the we're not in the office. I'm out of character right now.